Nancy Hallam was one of the earliest actresses in colonial America, remembered not only for her talent, but also for her ability to bring a sense of refinement and artistry to the New World stage during the late 18th century. Born in England, Nancy Hallam was the niece of Lewis Hallam, who is often regarded as the founder of the first permanent theatrical company in the American colonies. She came to the American stage as part of the Hallam family's company, known as the American Company of Comedians, which traveled widely across the colonies, performing plays that helped to cultivate public interest in theater. At a time when acting was still considered somewhat controversial and sometimes morally questionable in colonial society, Nancy Hallam stood out as a graceful, versatile performer who contributed to changing perceptions of the stage. Her most famous role was Fidele in Shakespeare's Cymbeline, in which she performed in Philadelphia around 1770. This role was particularly admired because it required both emotional depth and the ability to portray a character disguised as a boy, showcasing her flexibility and dramatic strength. Her performances were considered impressive enough that she became one of the earliest American actresses to be recognized as a star of the colonial stage. Though little personal detail is known about her life outside the theater, her career reflects the larger struggles and triumphs of early performers in America, who had to balance artistic ambitions with the challenges of colonial life, public opinion, and limited resources. Nancy Hallam's name often appears in accounts of early American theater as an example of the courage and perseverance required for women to enter acting at a time when the profession was looked upon with suspicion. By stepping into roles that demanded intelligence, grace, and determination, she helped legitimize acting as an art form and left an important legacy for future generations of American actresses. Her career also symbolized the transatlantic nature of early American culture, since the Hallam family brought traditions, plays, and techniques from England, adapting them to the tastes of colonial audiences who were still forming their own cultural identity. Nancy Hallam's story is less about personal fame and more about the shaping of American theater as a respected institution. She represents one of the first sparks of dramatic art in the colonies, bridging English theatrical traditions with the emerging cultural life of America. Even though records of her later life are scarce, her contributions remain noteworthy, especially since she was among the women who helped break barriers for actresses in America. Nancy Hallam's artistry, bravery, and dedication to the theater during its earliest days in the New World ensure her place as a significant figure in the history of American performance.